Asylum Welcome, a guide to the 42 days after getting refugee status. The Home Office gives people who are granted refugee status 42 days to leave their accommodation. There are many things to do in this time. Finding somewhere else to live is one of the most important things you need to do in these 42 days. This video will show you what you need to do.
You may hear lots of different information and advice about finding somewhere to live. Some of this might not be true or relevant to you. One thing you may have heard is that if you are evicted and become homeless, you will be given somewhere to live. Unfortunately, this is not true. You may have heard that you will be given a council house. While you can apply for a council house, waiting lists are many years long, and it is extremely rare for single men to be given a council house. In reality, this is not an option for most people. Another myth is that somebody will find somewhere to live for you. This is not true. You will need to find somewhere yourself. The exception to this is if you are considered priority need. A person is considered priority need if they have young children, if they have a physical disability, severe mental health needs, if they are fleeing a violent relationship, or if they have been in prison or are a victim of trafficking. To show you are priority need based on physical or mental health needs, you need to ask your GP for a letter as soon as possible explaining your situation. If the council accepts you are priority need, you will be placed in temporary accommodation. This will probably be another hotel and could be anywhere in Oxfordshire. Temporary accommodation is to prevent people becoming homeless. If you are in temporary accommodation, the council will try to help you find longer-term private rented housing. If the council offers you a room, you need to take it or accept that you may become intentionally homeless. The majority of people will not be considered priority need and will need to look for private rented housing by themselves. This can be a frustrating process, but you need to be persistent. As accommodation is very expensive in this area, it is important to know your budget. Check the Moving On guidebook to find out your budget. If you are single, you will need to look for a room in a shared house. If you are looking for private rented housing because you are homeless, in a hotel, or in temporary accommodation, this is how you do it. You need to search online for a room in a shared house. Look on Spare Room, Daily Info, Gumtree, or Zoopla. Register on these platforms and set up email notifications. To search on Spare Room, go to the Search page. Type Oxfordshire into the location box if this is where you want to live. Filter the options by the maximum amount of rent you can afford. This will depend on your housing benefit, which differs by age. When you are reading adverts, ignore those for students, female only, and for professionals if you are not yet working. Put a minimum of 6 months length of stay. Apply the Free to Contact filter. Avoid lettings agents that charge holding fees. It's important to notice whether the price includes or excludes bills, because bills can add a lot to the cost. When you find something that looks right for you, you need to contact the landlord. Go to the message section and write a polite message introducing yourself and asking about the property. You can use Asylum Welcome's template email and filling in the blanks. You need to be quick. Rooms are often only advertised for a few days, and there are new rooms advertised all the time. You might have to contact a lot of landlords before being invited to a viewing. Keep going, but be careful. There are scams. If you find a room with its own bathroom and lovely photos in Oxford city centre for a low price, it's probably a trick. If you're offered a room, speak to Asylum Welcome as soon as you can to find out what the next steps are. Good luck!